So, what do you make of the sacking of Enzo Maresca?
Very stupid. It's a very stupid decision from the entire board. I honestly don't understand the sense behind it. I mean, a manager that came in his first season, won us 2 trophies, got us to what?
Hey guys, breaking news, breaking news, big breaking news that just broke out from Fabrizio Romano. According to Fabrizio Romano, he says that Chelsea and Enzo Maresca agreed to part company with immediate effect. It is over. Official statement will follow, but all done after tensions growing last 24 to 48 hours. Chelsea will now start working on a new manager appointment. So this is quite unbelievable. I mean, a lot of people have predicted it was going to come anyways, but nobody really saw that it was going to come this fast. So I have here with me Abdulkarim, a Chelsea supporter. I saw him; he was really very angry. I said, "Guy, we have to do a video about this." Because he's furious. He asked questions about why Enzo Maresca will be sacked at this point in time. Because currently, I think Chelsea are fifth on the league table, right?
Yes.
And I don't really, So, what do you make of the sacking of Enzo Maresca?
Very stupid. It's a very stupid decision from the entire board. I honestly don't understand the sense behind it. I mean, a manager that came in his first season, won us 2 trophies, got us to what? How many finals? Conference League final, Club World Cup final.
Yes.
Thumped PSG, like took PSG to the cleaners. His first season as a top manager, managing in the first division, came from Leicester, and he totally put Luis Enrique to the sword. Like made PSG look like schoolboys. Then you go on to do that. I honestly don't understand. Like you, after winning the Club World Cup, the natural thing to do is to back the manager to enable him to be able to like do more, like lay the foundation for more success. But he went in to bring fringe players, sold players that had already established connections that developed together. Now putting the club back again, having to restart from the very beginning. He managed to get us to a good start this season. We are at least second in the table from at least October, November. All of a sudden now, results turn bad. You are blaming the manager. When you are bringing in players like Buonanotte out from Ajax, that credit to him, he was captain of Ajax.
Yes.
But he came to Chelsea and he has not been able to settle down. Ordinarily, the players that are just coming in from another club, another country, will need at least 6 to 12 months.
Enough time to be
settle down for them
yes.
to be able to adapt to the club and perform. But look at that. They just put us back to square one now by sacking the manager.
So let me turn to you a little bit, because I know that this season, your biggest achievement this season is that you won Arsenal by playing 1-1.
That's not our biggest achievement.
Your biggest achievement this season is that you won over Arsenal by playing 1-1. Because that draw was as good as a win to a lot of Chelsea fans.
Yes.
And seeing that, I actually felt like it was going to propel Chelsea into, maybe not losing the number of matches they have lost at the back of that win, which actually is a draw. But it's unfortunate that you have lost have you lost more or you have drawn more? Which of it since the Arsenal match?
Since the Arsenal,
because your last match was against Bournemouth. You had a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, lost to Aston Villa 2-1. Then I think
Chelsea playing today?
Saturday against Man City. I can't really remember most of the results, but most of the results came as, will I say, not a tactical issue from the manager, but mostly performance based, quality based. I mean, the game against Aston Villa, we could have been 3-0 up in the first half, but our wingers lacked quality. They could not beat the amount of us. The system Maresca brings in gives license to wingers, allows their wingers to have enough 1v1s. Like it's, how will I say it? It's like auto manufactures transitions for the team. Then you have 1v1s, you cannot beat your
man. But when you're talking about your transfer this season, sorry to cut you short, do you think it was nice of you to have let Sancho go to Aston Villa and a couple of decisions like that?
Like I said earlier, it's very stupid. Players like Sancho who had already adapted to the team, they know the team, they know the players, they know the coach already. It is easier for them to adapt and to carry on from where they stopped. But they ended up what they sold him, or they could not agree to a fee. Why? Because of the salary or something. I think there are certain decisions that you just have to make, like if you want to propel forward as a club. Despite the fact that okay, yes, you have a certain structure, but if you break that structure for certain players, other players will be able to learn, oh yes, these are players of high caliber and they deserve to get this kind of wages that they are getting, whatever it is that you want to give them. But I mean, as much as they have signed incredible talents, but yeah, Maresca has tried his best with this young team. I mean, he has overachieved. Most people will not really believe that Chelsea will be where they are today.
So Chelsea fans, please, this is very, very important. I want you to drop your comment. I need you to have a say in this. Do you believe Maresca need more time at Chelsea to actually? Because to be very honest, I made a video this morning where I was even talking about, the predictions Sky Sports made this for 2026, and one of the predictions, is that hopefully by the time Mikel Arteta wins the Premier League title and maybe the Champions League, that he might be leaving to, Real Madrid. But I was like, how can Arteta, that everybody does not even rate because he hasn't won any title, be leaving for Real Madrid?
I don't think
When we have someone like Maresca who has won the Club World Cup, we have Slot who has won the Premier League. We have all of these guys who have done this. So it is quite shocking myself, even as a rival fan, to actually see that Maresca is sacked. But who do you think would actually, are you bringing back, what's this guy's name? One of your managers that manages Coventry. Lampard. Are you bringing Lampard?
No, the stroke. For firstly, like I don't think anybody out there will say that they don't rate Arteta. If you are to give somebody the Real Madrid job, I think Arteta is someone that does it because he's definitely a quality coach. After Pep, I think Arteta is the second best manager in Premier League. So,
are you really saying this?
Yes, actually. It's
are you really
even about?
Are you really saying this, or you're just saying it for the camera?
No, I'm not saying it for the camera. It's just fact. It's just fact. Arteta has been the second best manager in the Premier League for what, like 3 seasons now, clearly, and he has shown signs that.
But he hasn't won a major title.
Yeah, he might not have. Sometimes I think most of the time these things like boils down to luck and maybe circumstances. Sometimes last season I think Arsenal were unlucky because they didn't through the run in which like they ended up fumbling the league. They did not lose games. They drew games. For some reason, maybe due to maybe lack of quality or experience, they could not see out games where they probably even took the lead first. So
and this season we have
now and there's a clear mentality shift and more desire.
like Brighton, for example.
Even this Aston Villa,
Aston Villa last season it was 1 draw and 1 loss. Yeah, so this season is 1 loss and 1 win. Brighton is I think we won against Brighton.
Yeah, like,
a couple of matches like that. Even
there's a clear difference. Even against
Crystal Palace,
even against Man City. Last season, you guys drew Man City and you were like feeling on top of the world. This last season or 2 seasons ago, so it was almost like, it was a draw or a win, and it felt like you guys had already won the league because of the Man City. But now, when you guys played earlier this season, I think it was 1-1 draw. Immediately you scored, you just went to the goal and straight to the center circle. You want to go again. You want to get that second goal. You want to get the 3 points. So there's a clear mentality shift. There's a difference in the psychology of the players now, and you can clearly see that they want to push it on the game. So total respect.
So I want to ask you. I want to ask you something very important because this is something Arsenal fans want me to ask you. You guys are playing against Manchester City, but supposedly your best player. Should I say your best player? Is it your best player? That is Caicedo.
This season, yes, he has been our best player.
Boy, he has been your best player, right?
Yes.
Boy, he has been so rough.
No,
he has been because on the back of Arsenal match,
he got a red card on the back of Arsenal match.
He got a red card in that match.
He got a yellow card against Bournemouth.
Now he has picked up 5 yellow cards and he's missing the match against Manchester City. So how can somebody that is suddenly missing Manchester City's match? Right, even when subconsciously in my mind I want him to play that match so that he can at least help us beat Man City, so that the top of the league will be so certain for Arsenal. But he has messed everything up.
No, actually, I would, number one, it was poor officiating from the referee because even after watching the replay, he barely even touched the guy and he fell off.
But if it is no, I would not. To be honest, I didn't watch that match.
Yes, that's what I'm explaining.
But with the way PGMOL are right now, if that was a bad call, I'm sure that
a bad call. There was a goal that Bournemouth scored. John Brooks, he clearly hit him on the hand.
Okay, that's by the way. Let's talk about the red
And
card.
they
The
did
game
not.
is gone because you guys play. You guys
We
play.
had a penalty shout too in that same game.
So why as PGM were not come out? Because I remember last season Arsenal Wolves or Wolves Arsenal. I don't remember who was at home. Lewis Kelly situation. They came back to rescind the yellow card that he picked up
This is
because I think he picked up a red card. So they came back to rescind the card, right? So
I've never had a situation where they maybe rescind the yellow card, something like that. So
no, they rescinded the red card for Lewis Kelly.
yeah, it was a red card. It's a red card, not a yellow card. Even for VAR checks or maybe if the ref clearly saw that made a mistake, even after checking, I've not like say, oh, no, poor call when it comes to yellow card. So I'm not expecting them to come out and do something like that. But this is not the first time. There have been consistent games this season where the referee for Chelsea, most especially after the Fulham game, where they cancelled Josh King's goal, where we won 1-0. I think since then, like the officiating against Chelsea has just been like
officiating against Chelsea
yes.
Or Caicedo.
No,
Is it a Caicedo issue or
not a Caicedo issue? Why? The reason why I say that is because like the angles where he makes his tackles from are very outrageous, and he almost always wins the ball. It might look like the tackle is rough due to the fact that the way the player like maybe falls down and stuff. But when you look at the replay, he almost always gets the ball.
so
He doesn't. I don't think I've seen him do a studs up challenge or he make a challenge that is so clearly rough. Apart from the one from Arsenal, I don't think I've seen him make a challenge that is clearly rough that you think, oh, nah, he messed up. But Caicedo's tackles clean. He's one of the best tacklers in the league. Is clear as the way he makes his tackles, the angles he comes in from, the aggression that he shows and passion that he wants to get the ball back, he wants to win the ball back from the team. That was one of the reasons that makes him like one of the best midfielders. The things that he does are just not normal.
okay, let me ask you this hot question. They don't play the same position,
Yes,
right? But
if I'm guessing it's Caicedo Declan Rice.
yes,
honestly, for me, Rice, I would say Rice is a little bit at the moment well rounded, and Rice has more experience. He has been on the top level for a very long time. He came through the Chelsea Academy before he went to West Ham.
yes.
West Ham now and performed, won the Conference League.
But you are one of the few Chelsea fans that I've found that have been very, very honest.
I'm not done yet. Let me land. Let me land. So he has developed into quite the player, and he's what 26 now.
That is right.
Yes,
Yes, I
he's
suppose.
26
Yes.
now, so he's entering his prime. Caicedo is just 23. Still has a long way to go. I mean, he is in conversation with Declan Rice as of now. He claimed there's that means he has like a bigger level to step up,
Okay.
more development to come within that same period of time. If he can keep up at this level and stay consistent, definitely Caicedo will be a better player. But at the moment, all round game, I would say yes, Declan Rice edges him a little bit. But if it's down to the defensive midfield aspect, winning tackles, breaking up play, or the whole destroyer aspect.
Breaking up play, winning tackles.
Yes.
Have you seen Declan Rice?
Oh, have you seen Caicedo too?
Caicedo picks up a red card.
It doesn't matter.
He picks up red card.
It doesn't matter.
Like he's drinking water.
No, Caicedo, how many red cards did he get last season?
How many did he get last season?
Probably at most, if I'm to check it, probably only one. Probably
Got only one.
Yes.
Okay, this season that Caicedo is actually very important for Arsenal.
Yes.
Why I say it's very important. Of course, it keeps going into tackles. It keeps going into tackles like there are no referees on the pitch. Reckless tackles. Because for me, I remember I tweeted on Twitter. I said, I think Caicedo doesn't play intelligently. He is more physical than being intelligent. Declan Rice applies a lot of intelligence into the way he plays.
I disagree. I think, did you watch him against Newcastle?
You mean Caicedo? Yes, I did.
You watch him?
Yes. Yes.
So the way he was playing.
Yes.
I don't think you can see a player like that. I mean, yes, he's still young. He's 23. I mean, this is second season at a top 4 club.
So he's allowed to
he's allowed to make those
he's allowed to make mistakes.
You make those irrational mistakes. It's just normal for them. but then over time you edge all this. That's why a lot of pundits call for like experienced players. Like those are the people that will be able to like get the players to calm down. Because when you are young, you want to show up, you know, that passion, that energy, that fire. Like, I need to perform. I want to show these people what I'm made of. But there are not that many characters that will help them weather the storm. And now our defensive roles are like it is clear. Our defense is quite poor and is the main man to like cover for the defense. If Caicedo is not sitting
So
clean,
before I saw the news of Maresca, I had already saw a conversation on Twitter, which I'm trying to remember the way the conversation is. So I think a lot of people were actually complaining about what's his name, this Argentine player,
oh, Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez. I don't know what in particular he has done, but the comparison was between him and then Gallagher. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know why or how, but I'm trying to think in my head, like, what exactly is happening with, because the tweet goes thus, if I can remember that, a lot of, is having a lot of protection at Chelsea. That he doesn't play, the way he's supposed to be playing, but he's having a lot of protection. What do you think about that?
All right, first and foremost, Enzo Fernandez is a deep line playmaker. That is his natural position. If you watch him when he first came to Chelsea under Potter, Lampard, he played a little bit deeper. Someone like that, Jorginho kind of getting play, spreading passes, like keeping the tempo.
Yes.
But now, like Enzo Maresca is asking more of him. Crash the box, still dictate play, which is not his natural game. Enzo Fernandez is not the most mobile midfielder, he's not the most physical midfielder. So if you are demanding that, and last season he played the most games for Chelsea, covered the most distances for Chelsea. So now maybe this season, yes, his performances have dropped due to fatigue and other stuff. And I played about almost all the games I've played for Argentina too. Very steady game. I mean, if you are saying he's not a good player and yet he still gets called up to the national team of Argentina, where they also have like very good midfielders, and he still starts, it is telling you something.
Yes.
That there is a player there.
That is doing fine.
He got linked to Madrid earlier this season, or last season, to replace Toni Kroos, because Madrid did not expect to lose Toni Kroos that way. And is that Toni Kroos archetype kind of player? You give him the keys to your midfield, he will unlock things for you. You give him runners, he will find them. That was just it. But Enzo Fernandez, like currently, is not the most mobile player, he's not the most physically gifted player. So yes, it's normal for him to like struggle in games, and Enzo Maresca is like, we need a left half space player.
Yes.
Chelsea.
Yes.
Enzo Fernandez is not a left half space player, but he still plays in the half space. Enzo Fernandez, if you look at it very well, most games, Enzo Fernandez, like the Newcastle game where we struggled a bit to keep the ball in the first half. When Enzo came in, there was more control. He's like the second control. It's like, how will I say it? Our own version of like Gundogan or Bernardo Silva in Man City. So they are, or even Odegaard for Arsenal, because like they are able to like
create spaces,
find spaces, like
space,
be like almost like the second like the team get structure. So Enzo Fernandez is a very important player for Chelsea.
So what match or at what point did you actually think Maresca's job, got on the line? Since when did you actually think, okay, maybe after losing this match, or if he doesn't do this, if he doesn't do that, he is going to lose his job, just like the way we have it in breaking news now that he has lost his job.
There was never a point really, to be honest. I think the only reason was because of the post up he had with the higher ups, and to be honest, the higher ups, I think they are just doing rubbish.
So the higher ups, are you talking about transfer?
Yes, because as a coach, naturally you want some level of control, even if you cannot pick.
But if that is the case, we're already in January. So at this is the Chelsea hierarchy not ready to actually invest back into the squad?
Yes, they are not ready.
And maybe because they have a larger squad, maybe because they have invested a lot already, and they are beginning to think that, okay, because to the best of my logic, correct me if I'm wrong, I know Sterling is still on the payroll.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? There are still a couple of players that are actually not playing football.
Yes.
That are
not to mention
Disasi, right? Yes. That are on the, and this guy this young black guy, what's his name? That came back from injury. Went back to injury. No, there is another one like that. Lavia or something.
Lavia. No, he's injury prone at the moment.
Do you get? Lavia, so when you look at things like that, the Lavia coming, during Maresca period? Was it Maresca that brought him?
No,
Okay, Maresca met him. Who are the
Yes.
players Maresca brought him?
Maresca did not bring in any players. Maresca does not have
Okay, so
any control whatsoever.
yeah, so
on the
he only
transfer policy.
managed. He has
Just
only
them.
managed the
Yes.
players that he met at
This is
Chelsea.
what it's like maybe your as a husband, you come home, you just come home,
Yes.
go to the market and buy whatever you want. Just give it to your wife, make something out of it.
Okay, so that's the situation.
Yes. So he has no control whatsoever over the transfer policy. Not even to the point of like, oh, this is the kind of profile that I want. You don't even have to give me a specific name. This is the profile that I want. Give me a player with this kind of profile. It is not even that they don't even give him that sort of leverage. And I feel like it's a total disrespect to him because it deserves me. He has shown that it deserves me. He has shown that he can be trusted. So I don't honestly, I really don't know. And I'm really disappointed because even from our transfer window this summer, it was clear. Like the names we were linked to, a lot of people were saying maybe it's like luxury signings, but no, these are the signings that could push us. I mean, imagine we had the Mohamed Kudus in the team when Palmer was injured, playing Mohamed Kudus in the midfield of Enzo Fernandez.
And I remember, sorry to cut you, I remember in your last match against Bournemouth, because I was supposed to actually cover that also on the channel. I remember that I think there was this conversation about the last match played against Bournemouth when he asked. I didn't watch that match, to be honest. When he asked Palmer, you know, to be substituted or something. I think a lot of Chelsea fans were actually not happy with that.
But people have to realize that Palmer is just coming back from injury, and we have 9 games in January. So games are going to be coming big and fast. I'm not expecting somebody that has just come back from a groin injury, for that matter, to play full 90 for 9 games straight and expect that nothing will happen. He's trying to manage the players. You can clearly see with his James, Wesley Fofana. These guys are now getting back to like playing games back to back again. So he knows how to manage players. He knows how to keep players fit. With James now can most likely play 3 games now straight without any problem, any issues. But still, he's still trying to recover.
He's not overplaying them.
He's not trying to overplay them.
And that way they are quite efficient.
Exactly. So when you need them the most, they'll be able to perform. So, and what are they calling? Allowing for rotations, to allowing certain players to come in. But the rotation pieces too are not doing enough. That's just it. The rotation pieces are not just doing enough. They are not doing enough to get us wins or points on the board. And honestly, it has been frustrating to watch. I mean, Gittins is a very exciting player. I believe that Gittins will become a top player because he's a top 1v1 dribbler. If you watch him when he was at Dortmund, Gittins was like, honestly, mind blowing. But now he's finding it really difficult to settle into the team and stuff like that. But when he does come on, whenever he plays, you can see that potential there to like, oh, this guy can get something done. But for some reason, maybe he's still in the shell, maybe he's still, for one reason or the other, he's just not there yet. The one that has even got me more surprised is Esteban. I did not expect him to perform at this level.
As a matter of fact, when you look at, at the start of the season, when you guys had your tour, your preseason match or something like that, this guy that went from Brighton, what's his name? João Pedro. I was actually thinking, and this other guy too that you brought in as your striker, Delap. How far
the only issue with Delap is that he has not been able to stay fit long enough on the pitch. Like for instance, before the first game of the season or second game of the season,
they picked up an
injury.
Okay.
Came back, showed that. So like there has not been a consistent number of games for him to be able to like push on and perform to get that.
So now that Maresca is gone, what is next, and who actually do you think can take the job? Because Chelsea has not mentioned anybody yet. There are no rumors already. I'm not sure if Pochettino will be coming back.
No.
So who exactly are you? Who exactly are you looking at? Who exactly do you think will pick up the job?
Honestly, I don't think there's,
because to be honest, it's a tough job.
Yes, it is.
Chelsea are never patient with managers. Chelsea are never patient with managers. So who exactly do you think is coming in?
Honestly, I really don't know. And replacing Enzo Maresca is like, honestly, it's going to be very difficult. Because Maresca is like one in the...
If you were to pick a manager right now,
I don't have anybody in mind, but due to like...
Let's say your wish.
Yes. There's no voice for it. Honestly, there's nobody. Even if I can wish him, I don't think there's.
Wouldn't you want Mikel Arteta or Pep
Arteta will
Guardiola?
not take.
Pep Guardiola.
Clearly,
That,
Arteta
no,
will not take.
that is why I say we.
Guardiola.
That's why I say it's a we.
Clearly, Arteta.
That is why I say it's a we.
No, let me. Clearly, Arteta will not take the block. Guardiola definitely he wants to like maybe take a break from football playing because he has been at the top level
For quite a while, yes.
decades now.
Yes.
So definitely he wants like maybe a little me time. So I don't think and the kind of working conditions will not even allow Pep Guardiola because he does not have any sort of say kind of players that he gets. So
Yes.
like which manager wants to work with that?
Yes.
Why do you think Pochettino left? Why do you think Tuchel left? So if I was going to the relationship with Tuchel owners has gone sour.
So
From what I've seen from some Chelsea accounts that I follow, one is suggesting Zerbi being that you can create like
the Zebi
Marcel.
is he okay? He's currently in a job right now. He's currently employed. Okay.
So like one thing that he has is like maybe be able to like create a more coherent structure, like a particular pattern of play for everybody to like fit into and function. But then the Zebi is very, let's say, rash and like his personality too is an issue. And then, but he's a good coach tactically. He's a good coach tactically. They are more to football than just tactics. There's the one-on-one with the players, like be able to manage players and stuff like that.
Yes.
And Maresca has proven that he can do both.
You can actually do that. Okay. So
Sorry, I've been seeing him like Xavi, maybe Glass.
Xavi.
Yeah, Xavi Hernandez.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe Fabregas, maybe yeah, Bruce coaching house in Strasbourg. So.
You have a list already now.
Like,
That's exactly names, you have a list already because that's exactly what I'm asking you. That who are the guys you think are going to?
And those are the names that they are most likely looking at. But I don't think.
So in all of those names, I'm sure you'd be happy to have Fabregas.
Fabregas seems exciting.
Okay, can anybody do magic right now at Chelsea?
Magic? I don't think so. With the kind of
owners,
yes, and the issues that we currently have in squad because defensively we are. Honestly,
okay, defensively Chelsea is not.
Especially without Paul, so Scoville has been in, but Sanchez has been top notch, but you are as good as what is in front of you. So honestly, yes.
All right, guys. So this is the video for today. I hope you enjoy it. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and more importantly, please remember to drop your comment. Chelsea fans, I want to hear from you, just like the way I've heard from my guy here, Abdul Karim. I hope it's a very interesting conversation. I'm going to be seeing you in the next video. So thank you.
Those of you that wanted Maresca to be sacked, I hope you are happy now.
He said, those of you that want Maresca to be sacked, I hope you are happy.
You are happy now. I hope people are happy now. You have gotten what you wanted. Let's see.
All right, guys. See you in the next one.
I'll be cracked.